Okay, hello and welcome to today's video. This is going to be a super quick introduction. This is a really fun reading vlog that I'm planning on doing. I'm going to be reading Legends Lattes for the first time. I have a feeling I'm going to love this book. Like, honestly, the vibes are here. I feel like it's going to be a good time. This is going to be for the entire weekend. The reason this is going to be a super quick introduction is because we've ordered a takeaway and we need to go pick it up. So I'm recording this intro super quick. I wanted to record it before we ate because I've ordered a sagaloo, so I'm probably going to be like dyed yellow by the time I've ate that. So yeah, Legends Lattes, this is the book. I've already taken the dust jacket off. This is what the dust jacket looks like if you're interested, and my edition of this is the broken binding edition. As I'm filming this part, I don't think they have any in stock, but if you are interested in this edition, I just follow them on Instagram and wait until stuff comes in stock and they post it on there. So yeah, this is what I'm reading. Legends Lattes, what's it about? So I'm just going to read this because all I could really tell you without reading the synopsis is there's a orc who wants to open a coffee shop because she's retired from battle, and it's cute and the town doesn't know what coffee is and they call it beans or coffee soup or something. I don't know. That's pretty much all I've heard. So let's read the synopsis together. She's done slaying monsters. She's ready to serve coffee. After decades of adventuring, Viv the Orc Barbarian is finally hanging up her sword for good. Now she sets her sights on a new dream, for she plans to open the first coffee shop in the city of Foon. Even though no one there knows what coffee actually is. If Viv wants to put the past behind her, she can't go it alone. Help might arrive from unexpected quarters. Yet rivals old and new stand in the way of success, and Foon's shady underbelly could make it all too easy for Viv to take up the blade once more. But the true reward of the uncharted path is the travellers you meet along the way. Whether bound by ancient magic, delicious pastries or freshly brewed cup, they may become something deeper than Viv could ever have imagined. So yeah, that's what we're getting ourselves in for. That's the like cozy weekend we plan on having. This is classed as cozy fantasy, basically like fantasy, like big world, but low stakes. So yeah, I'm really excited, and I'll check in probably once I've read the first little bit. So yes, I'm excited. Okay, hello. So I'm really enjoying this. I've just got to chapter 2. We're like can you even see that? Where that little bend bit is there, with that far of the way in. Yeah, it's really fun so far. So we had like the introduction where we kind of saw how Viv was living her life, and then in chapter 1 she went to Foon. I'm really hoping it's pronounced Foon, that's how it looks. But yeah, that's how it's in my head now. And she used a witching rod to like find the perfect space, and I feel like there's more to that. Like I'm definitely like, seems a bit over the top just to find a coffee shop to buy. But yeah, she finds this perfect place that she really likes. She finds out who owns it, like it's run down, and buys it off them. And at the end of the chapter 1, she goes to sleep with the thought of like, this, I don't know anything about building work or something. I can't remember how it was worded, but don't know anything about building work, but this is going to need a lot of work doing to it. But yeah, it was just really, really cute. I'm really, really enjoying it. It's making me smile. It's making me just like enjoy reading. The only thing I will say is the descriptions of characters aren't really there yet. Like, I know what Viv looks like because like I've seen images and pictures, and this main image at the front, this one here, like that one's Viv. So I do know what she looks like, but I feel like we'll have like kind of mentioned or been introduced to a few characters now that I'm not 100% sure on. Can't like visualise in my mind, let's say. Like I feel like I'm retaining the information, but I'm not being able to visualise. So yeah, I'm gonna keep reading for a bit, and then to be honest I'm probably just gonna read and then sort the bed out. I'm gonna change the bed covers to give myself like a cosy little evening in bed, and then read some more in bed. So that is the plan. I'll bring you along. But yeah, I don't know if I said this at the start, but this is going to be a weekend reading vlog. I reckon I can read this over a weekend. I've already spoken to my boyfriend and we're going to go to a coffee shop tomorrow and like read in a coffee shop, so I'm really excited about that. Definitely geeking out about it. And yeah, I'll just catch up as and when. I'm going to try my best to keep this like non-spoilery. Like I'm not going to go into detail as to what's going on, anything like that. I'm just going to vibe with it, have a fun time and tell you how I feel. If that changes at any point throughout the video, if at some point I get through it and I'm like, I actually can't talk about this without talking about spoilers, I will update and like let you know before I go into spoilers. So yeah, for now this is non-spoilers and I'm hoping to keep it that way, but obviously depends on how the story plans out as to how it'll work. But yeah, really enjoying it so far. And also the cats have joined me, so yeah, I'm well and truly here for at least an hour until they move, I reckon. So do some reading. Okay, hello, good morning. Yeah, it's actually not morning now, it's afternoon, but we woke up. It was a very late night last night, wasn't expecting that. But I did get to where I wanted to in this. So I got to chapter 5. I'd put a couple of marks in to like kind of figure out if I was going to be able to read it the weekend. Like those are the marks that I needed to get to Friday night and then Saturday night, and I managed to do Friday night, so yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, oh my gosh, so much fun. I'm still really enjoying it. We've kind of got to the point where it's like all coming together, like, you know, we really are. I don't think this is a spoiler because like based on the book, I don't have the cover on me, but like, you know, there's a coffee shop. And yeah, we're getting to the point where that's almost set up. We're like really getting there now already, and like we're only a bit in, so I'm really excited about that. I do wish there was a bit more of like the renovation-y process, but that's just because like that's something I love. Like I love like decorating and DIY and all that. We are kind of getting a few hints already that there could be more going on than what meets the eye, and in the synopsis it did say that there's like a shady underbelly in food, and already we are like starting to see that could be a thing, and it could end up affecting Viv. So yeah, chapter 5 is 49 pages in, so that bit, and I feel like it was a really good setup. I'm really like in the world. Still honestly not picturing them great. I think before I start reading again today, I'm going to go on Google and just like any of the characters that seem to be important, I guess. There's like 3 characters at the moment that we've met, like Viv, Cal and Lainey, and I feel like they're kind of like ones that I wish I could properly picture them, but I can't quite. So I'm definitely gonna give it a Google, see if there's any like fan art of those so I can kind of picture them better in my brain, and then continue on reading. We have got like a change of plans today. As you can see, I'm in my comfies. I've got like joggers, big sweatshirt on. One of Jay's friends that he went to uni with and hasn't seen in years is like randomly in like our local area today, so Jay's gonna go and meet up with them to like see them. So we're pushing our little like coffee shop outing back to tomorrow, which to be honest I don't mind because it's absolutely freezing today, so it was quite nice just to get dressed and be like warm and cozy and not need to worry about what I'm gonna wear to go out. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm having a good time, I'm having a fun time. I'm gonna try and just get some reading done. Don't know where I'm gonna set myself up for today yet. I think it'll either be downstairs in the living room, or I might even read in the office for a bit because I've got my desk there, and like I am really enjoying tabbing and underlining and stuff. So yeah, I'll just take you along and we'll see what we get up to. Go on.
There were 2 options.
Yeah.
They both had the Biscoff and the Homer Simpson one.
Okay, so the best.
Yeah. The other one had banana.
Yeah. So what have you gone for? Ooh.
That one's got raspberry filling inside.
Yeah, we've tried that one before. It was all right.
That one's maple and pecan.
Okay. We'll give it a try.
Yeah. Oh wow, you're doing good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been reading some more. I'm at chapter 12, which is over half of what I want to read for today. It's getting on a bit, so I do think I'm going to go to bed soon and just read in bed. But yeah, it's so cute, it's so good. I believe that we've now met all the characters we need to, like all of the important characters. With the book I got some like a piece of artwork which is basically like an extended version of the front cover, and it had Viv and 2 other characters on, and I believe that we've now met those 2 characters that were on that piece of artwork, and they're the 2 other characters working in the shop. So yeah, I feel like we know who everyone is now. It seems pretty easy to follow. There's a few people kind of like not sniffing around but just like doing their own thing that like could impact what's going on, and we definitely know that, I'm trying to think of a way to say this without any spoilers, but essentially that how Viv picked where to set up like could be more than just she liked the town, basically. Like, we're definitely getting hints at that there could be a little bit more to it. So yeah, really enjoying it so far, really having a great time. I'm finding it so cute. The most recent addition to the shop, the one that we've only really just met properly the last couple of chapters, I really like. Yeah, I don't know, it's just a really cute fun time. I think they've just tried like cinnamon swirls or cinnamon rolls, like whatever you call them. I think that's what they've just tried, and it's just really cute, like watching all these people just like try these very normal things for the first time and seeing lots of different people react to them. Like honestly, like I hate coffee but like I'm still having a great time reading about other people trying it for the first time. So like I don't think this is major spoilers, but I will put a timestamp somewhere here for if you want to skip, but I don't think it's anything like major. But essentially, like when they're first opened, the first 3 people who came in, 2 of them like liked what they had, and one of them like kind of drank it and walked out, and I was like, that's not the person that we're ever gonna see again. But that would be me and my taste in this world. I'd just be like, no. I don't know, it just kind of made me giggle a bit. Like it's nothing important, which is why I don't think it's spoilery, but yeah, it was very much like the one person who's not supporting these dreams is like the person that I would be when it comes to coffee. So yeah, that's kind of spoiler section over basically. It wasn't super spoilery, I'm not going into detail, it was just something that was particularly amusing, so like you haven't missed anything if you decided to skip. So yeah, I am going to keep on reading. On chapter 12, I'd like to get to chapter 18 by the end of the night if possible, so yeah, keep on reading. Well, you've already made it, okay.
That was perfect.
Okay, so we're on our way to a park which is a bit of a distance away, It's got a nice coffee shop. Hopefully I can get something there. Yeah, turns out there's not many like cute coffee places to go near us, but it's even more difficult to find somewhere on a Sunday. So yeah, we're on our way there now. It's actually a park that when we first got together we went on a few dates on. Do you remember?
I'm not sure if they were dates or we just went to the park.
You asked me if I wanted to go on a picnic day and you made a picnic.
Oh yeah, I did, to be fair.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're heading there now. I'm really enjoying the book. I got to chapter 18 last night. It's so fun. We're eventually starting to see like the bit of plot. Like I wasn't ever expecting a lot of plot, but I'm about 3/5 of the way through the book right now, and like we're starting to get like a bit of plot going on. Like there's a little bit of something happening. There's a lot of characters, but not too many where it's like difficult to keep a track of them or anything. I'm really liking the characters. They all have very like distinctive personalities. They're very easy to figure out, and yeah, it's just a great time. I'm really enjoying it. Although we only really see properly from like Viv's perspective, Viv is not my favourite character. I will say at the end who my favourite character is, but I'll probably do like a quick little spoiler section right at the end of this just to say like favourite things and why I like them. But that'll be at the end of the vlog and I'll make sure it's very clear. But yeah, we're going to head to a coffee shop, do a bit of reading. Jay's brought his Kindle. What are you reading today?
4,000 Weeks by Oliver Burkeman.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the plan. We're going to have a wander around the park, go to a coffee shop, do a bit of reading, see where we end up. So yeah, I'll check in properly when we're back home, but I'll try and record a few little bits. Jay ordered a latte so I could take pictures with it. Okay, hello. Yeah, I'm on to chapter 22 now. I've only read about 4 chapters so far today. I do need to get a bit of a wriggle on if we are going to finish this today. But yeah, I've had a fun time with it. I think I've got to a point where I can't really say a lot. Everything that's happening now, you know, there are things happening. Nothing major, but things that would ruin and like would spoil. So I'm not going to go into any detail. What I would say is this is my first cozy fantasy, and it hasn't been until like things have come up, like problems have arose and like things have tried to get resolved, that I've really truly been able to realise like, oh, like this is what makes something like this cozy fantasy. Like, I get it now. I get it. I feel like I was having a fun, chill, cozy time like the entire way through, but it hasn't been till like the last few chapters where I've been like, okay, like I actually get this. Like, this is cozy fantasy. This is the difference between a book being like fantasy and maybe like slow fantasy, something like that, and like cozy fantasy. Like, this is just very like wholesome, sweet, lovely, like having a great time. So yeah, that's my update for now. Yeah, sorry it's short, but I really don't have much I can say except I'm still really loving it. I'd be very surprised if this book got less than 4 stars. Right now I'd say it's probably a 4.5, and I feel like it has potential, you know. I've still got a few chapters left yet. I don't actually know how many chapters there are. It looks like there's 29 chapters and an epilogue. So I've got like what, like 7 and a bit chapters left, and like I feel like in that time it could go either way. Like, I'd hazard to guess it's going to be a 4.5, could go down to a 4, could go up to a 5. So yeah, I'm just going to sit, chill and read for the evening. I am once again settled in on the settee. I'm probably not going to record much if anything, because this is where I've ended up every night. I've got really cozy here. So yeah, I will check in a bit. Okay, hello. I finished Legends Lattes last night, and it was so good. Like, I had so much fun. It was so good. It was such like a cute, wholesome time. I really had a great time with it. Like, definitely will recommend. Definitely will like read other books in this world. I will say quickly, there is an added short story at the end of this, which I'm not including when I'm doing my rating, because I don't feel like the short story has anything to do with the book, and I don't know if it's in all copies or if it's just like certain editions. I really don't know. The short story at the end was okay. However, if we just ignore that, the book was amazing. So we had, you know, a few problems where there was a little bit of plot going on, but a lot of this was just the characters and character development and character interactions, and it was absolutely great. It was a great time, and I did enjoy the way everything came together. Now, I've decided to give it 5 stars. I will be perfectly honest, I was umming and ahhing between 4.5 and 5 stars for a while, but when I really thought about it, I was like, the only reason I wouldn't give it 5 stars is because like there wasn't any like bloodthirsty like killing, like, you know, it was a cozy fantasy. It wasn't violent. And I mean, I'll get that into that a bit more in the spoiler section, because I do have a couple of gripes, but overall I had a fantastic time. And I think a big reason for that was the characters. We have our main character Viv, We've got like 2 people who work in the shop with her, we've got a lady over the road, we've got the person who helps her build the place, and like they're kind of like the main 5, but then there's probably like 5 other characters probably that are like we don't see that much of, but they really are around, and you really do kind of like know enough about them to predict their behaviour still. So, you know, like it was a good cast of characters. Everyone kind of interacted with everyone, I think. I don't think there were many people who, like, you know, we didn't see interactions with multiple other characters with, and it was just a really great time. We had Viv, she had a coffee shop. You know, people didn't understand what coffee was, and it was just fun. It was just fun. I think if you're looking for a sweet, wholesome fantasy that is very, like, you know, just a lifestyle, I guess is the easiest way to put it. You know, you'll have a bit of plot in there, but not really much. Like, it is more about character than it is plot. But there are a few things that'll keep you guessing and keep you thinking. Then I would definitely recommend this. Yeah, I gave it 5 stars. So that is all I really have to say in this section. I'm now going to talk a little bit about spoilers. If you've watched up until this point and you haven't read this and you don't want spoilers, just click off now, because honestly, like, I only have a few things to talk about and then I'll be done, basically. There's just like 3 or 4 little things that I'm like, oh, I would like to talk, I would like to discuss, I would like to have my feelings known. So that's what we're going to get into now. So, every problem that arose, every problem that we faced, this is a spoiler section, I don't need to be, okay, so we had the problem of Venus, pronunciations are my strong suit. We also had the madrigal, and we just had a few different problems. A few people, if she'd have just picked up her sword and killed them, controversial, I know, it's a cozy fantasy, the problems that happened wouldn't have happened. If she'd have just killed Venus, I think it's pronounced Venice or Venus, I'm pretty sure it's one of those, but we're gonna go with what we're gonna go with. Venus. We'll go with Venus. Okay, so if she had just killed Venus, we just have a happy old time. It would have just been chill. And the fact that we know that her character can already do that, like that's the life she came from, she's like choosing not to, it's like a lot of things would have been solved if you'd have just killed him. Basically is my biggest gripe with this. It kind of feels like the entire plot of the book stands on her not fighting, like physically, for what she believes, which I understand. She doesn't want to do that type of work anymore, but you're not doing that work for someone else, you'd be doing it for yourself. Yeah, that's my one main gripe. It does just kind of feel like if there was just a couple of kills, we wouldn't have had any of the problems. So yeah, other few spoiler bits. Thimble. I love Thimble. He was so lovely. Like his mannerisms and the way he like acted, like so many, like I did tab this, I don't know if you can really see, but like so many of the tabs where it's like I love this moment, so many of the points where like I drew a little heart in there was just like Thimble moments. Yeah, I really liked Thimble. I wish there was more Thimble art, I can't find much online, but yeah, I really like Thimble, and I'm actually really glad because with the book I got this piece of art. And I was worried because I was like, what if I don't like the book? But also I was like, it's got our main 2 characters in, but then we can also see in the corner here, I'm assuming this is Thimble, and I am very, very happy with that. We also have a shadowy character like behind Thimble, and I'm not sure who that's meant to be. But yeah, either way, very, very happy that I have actually liked all the characters and liked the book. But yeah, Thimble was just great. I don't know how to describe why the mannerisms were so cute. I think they were quite pet-like. Obviously I have cats. No, you can't actually see him, he's in the window. But I have cats. I've had dogs my whole life, and like the way that, like, you know, when he was getting shy he was like covering his nose and stuff, and like stuff like that. I was just like, this is so lovely. I don't know, I just found his character very endearing. No, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to find that going into this book. It's not the sort of thing I normally read, but I definitely think I will read more of in the future. Are there any other big spoilery bits that I want to talk about? At this point I don't think so, to be honest. I very much enjoyed it for what it was. I had a great time with it, and I feel like there were potentially bits in it that I wish I could have spoken about at the time, but nothing that by the end of it came to fruition. I will say I liked that the romance was so secondary, it was so in the background. You know, like, it wasn't until the very end really that anything romantic actually occurred, and it was just like a couple of kisses. And I feel like the way it was ended was also really, really nice actually. I will quickly talk about that. So the way it kind of ended was Viv, you know, rebuilt the loft, and I was just finding it really nice that even though they'd kissed a couple of times, it wasn't like a move in with me, it wasn't like a room and it was like, look, it could be your room too. It was like, you've got your own space here, like, this is for you if you want it. Like, I feel like the way at the end the extra room was presented was very much like, I would like it if you lived here and had your own space, but there is no romantic expectation, there is no expectation moving forwards. And like, although that wasn't said, that's like the vibe I got, and I just really appreciated that as well. Like, I feel like it was a really nice way to end it. So yeah, those are all my thoughts, all my feelings. If you've read this, comment down below. But if you are commenting spoilers, please, like, I don't know if you actually can block them out on YouTube, so I guess don't comment spoilers, or unless there is a way to like blank out the box so people can't see. But yeah, if you have read this, let me know your thoughts and feelings. Do give the video a like if you liked it. Subscribe down below if you'd like to see more content like this, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.